Hello and happy Wednesday. It's hump day. So yesterday I signed off really quick and went out in the field and hopped in the tractor and kind of said a see you later until October 1st. And then within a few hours, everything changed. And so I went from yesterday thinking, oh, I don't have any current hostesses, and the next thing will be October 1st stamp camp cards and such. Hi, Tori. And before I knew it, then Cheryl Bond said, hey, Belle, I meant to text you. How about a virtual stamp party for me? I said, I would love to. So here I am back. So from what went from maybe a week break to no break at all, and I love it. So, okay, hi Lisa, hi Rosina, hi Deb, and hi Cheryl. So I've got the hostess and I've got the person I was just talking to on the phone, helping her get started to be able to see these videos. So this is really cool that you're on there, and I love it when the hostess can join in live too, because I know everybody's schedule is different, and that's also why I try and keep my videos kind of short. So if even you're looking at these videos during your work break or something, then you don't get in too much trouble. Hi, Peggy. Hello, Linda. Yes. And so it's also an exciting day besides starting Cheryl's virtual party. And it's a great day for Cheryl to start her party because it is today 24 hours only a virtual stamp set sale. So these are the pages that I've been showing you guys, and 2 pages because I condensed it to the English speaking stamp sets. My day has been crazy but fun. So thank you so much. I'm always so humbled to see the orders come through, and I just love being able to help you place your orders, and it's just been fun seeing what you're getting too, because I was thinking, oh, if so many people are ordering X stamp set, do I need that too? So hi Marie, hi Julie, hi Lois. And so today, in preparation for Cheryl's party, I thought, once again, I'm going to go over the list and see what should I do something with. And so it was fun to try and pick something from the list, because if it's on sale today, I should show it, right? So what good would a sale be if I didn't show something from the sale list? And then just a heads up too, next week when October starts, I do have a virtual hostess, Pam Cranky. I did start her code, and that's posted on this page. It's on my website, on the calendar as well. So her code is current. So if there's anything you might need from her party, it has started, even though I won't be crafting her cards until October as well. So yeah, exciting day. So here is Cheryl's card. I'm so excited. So Senior Years has been one of the more popular stamp sets that's being ordered today. And that just tells you, often people are like, well, like how far ahead do you plan your cards and what do you do? Well, with Stampin' Up, sometimes coming out like with the sale, like I didn't know what the sale was gonna be until Monday. So I'd hate to plan too far ahead and then have to scratch and have gone through all that work and then have to come up with this. And so, then I don't plan too far ahead, obviously. So honestly, the card that I create just literally an hour before I come live here, and then I bring my stuff out to where there's good lighting and such. So I bring it from my studio out to my dining room. But so Senior Years, the reason why I got caught saying that I do this, so like spur of the moment, there we go, is like you just heard, like I saw people ordering it and I hadn't even planned today's card, but I didn't know if it'd be too much coloring. And I know I always say that, but sometimes things like that, you see the coloring and you go, do I want to spend that much time coloring? But man, he comes together so quick. So I thought that was fun. And I also love that you could use this for so many different occasions, and I'll kind of put some ideas into your mind. But let me get my camera flipped around for you guys here, and that way you can kind of see where I'm pulling this from. So first of all, here is, oh, thank you, Marie. So here is the card, so you can see it when it's not reverse image. So here's the cute guy. He almost looks like, as I was coloring him, the last thing I colored was the vest. Oh, Dawn, that's on your wish list. I love it. I thought you could almost color him to look like the Walmart greeter. Yesterday at Sam's Club, the guy was so cute and so helpful, and I always enjoy seeing him at either the checkout or the entrance. Yesterday I was at the entrance, and I thought, oh man, I could almost see him with his vest on too. So what I love is that you can do different hair colors. I could have done gray, but I thought, well, this I did in brown because it could be for an older gentleman, but you know, it would be fun to do for an over the hill card for somebody turning 30, 40, 50, and those ages aren't that old, and so you don't want them to look too old, but yet you kind of want to have the funny part of, hey, you're getting old. So I thought that would be great for that. And then the sentiment here, is it hot in here or is it just the candles on your cake? So that could be for kind of any occasion too. So like I said, just by coloring and even skin tones, Stampin' Up! Has a great variety of skin tones that you can use for so many different people in your life too. And that's what I love about being able to use these blends. Okay, so that is the card. And if you like to follow along, it's on in the annual catalog on page 107. It's usually $20. Today only, it's $17. And then another stamp set that I like to just point out that I often use together, I didn't today, is the Grand Kid. And even though it sounds like, oh, okay, so like grandparents and such, how do I want to say, it's not just for grandparents making cards for their grandchildren. I love like the congratulations I used with that beautiful peony designer series paper. And so these could be for kids, they could be for other adults, and it can be for the seniors in your life too, not just because you're a senior. So I love pairing these two sets together. And the only reason I'm bringing that up is because this one is on sale too. So a Grand Kid, I know somebody's going to ask. So instead of being $21, a Grand Kid today is $17.85. So then I'll just say, hey, check out on my page, Belle Harder Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator Facebook page, and then you'll see the total sale. But order by midnight tonight. And that's Stampin' Up's time zone. So if you're in a different time zone, be sure to think about that too. And I have this too. This I posted. It might look familiar to you. I posted it just like a week and a half ago before the stamp sale. And this is the other gal in the stamp set. So today I'm doing the guy card, but previously I had done her with that fun rainbow glimmer paper, and she was really fun to color in too. So I kind of thought, you know what, these two would make an awesome pair on the same card together too. But I just wanted to, since I've already done that, I didn't do a live demo. I just did it at an in-home party, but posted the still shot. So if you want to go back this month and see that card and what it took to make that, it's posted on probably a Saturday or Sunday about a week and a half ago. Okay, so before I get started on here, because there's so many of you, you guys might have questions or such too, so I want to make sure that I can catch that on my iPad. Thanks, Tori. Yeah, if you love to do a little bit of coloring, this is a great stamp set, and I know, Tori, you love to color, so that's kind of fun. And hi, Judy, thanks for joining in. So I'm just gonna kind of keep poking away at that so I don't hold you guys up. There we go, now I'm live. All right, so to get started with this guy today, I always have to do a stop, and what did I do first, or what should I do first, because that might not be what I did first, but what I should have done first is I cut out my little nested die here for him. And you guys know I always say, hey, stamp first, punch next, or stamp first, then do the dies. Today I found with this stamp and the dies, it was really easy to take these, and these are the stitched nested labels dies. Yeah, you know, there's lots of people today, Lisa. I am popular just today. Tomorrow might be a different story. Okay, so I'm just taking one of these. Hi, Tabitha. Thanks for joining in. So there's a whole package of these nice nested dies, and they are stitched. And so if you even run two of them through at the same time, you're going to get a skinny little frame, and then you're going to get the stitching on all of that. And now I have to make sure I grab the right one. I put the one I was going to use back in my packet. Oh, okay. So that I'm just going to start with, and I'm going to just take a piece of Whisper White paper and bring over my cutting machine here and make sure that I have the right layering. I'm getting the hang of this really quick. Like, I feel like I've been using it tons, so I should. But you know, with the different dies and the different embossing folders and the different layering of embossing folders, I feel like just using it as often as I have has been really beneficial to getting the hang of it. So, okay. So here we have this. Like I said, I just kind of want to show you that fun stitching on there. Gonna put my hand there. There we go. I love it when the camera just makes that image pop in there. So really fun. So all of these shapes have that stitching on there. Okay, and that's the only embossing cutting that I'm going to need, so the machine can go and be set aside. And then the plaid tidings, which brings up a whole nother opens up a whole nother jar of fun, I guess you could say. Plaid Tidings Designer Series paper. You guys have loved this. And the reason I want to bring this up today, this is not on sale today, but give it a week and it is going to be featured, one of the featured papers from the Designer Series paper sale. I have info on my page again, and I'll also, if you get my monthly newsletters, all the lists of all the papers will be on there. So it will be, normally it is $11.50 for the whole pack. It will be $9.78 the whole month of October. So I kind of today wanted to pull in a stamp set that was on sale just because that's fun to feature. And then I wanted to also give you a heads up on some fun paper. And yet this is nothing like new or surprising because you have seen me use this paper over and over and over and over. And so yes, Cheryl, yay, you love the paper. So my husband is very cuddly. Like, I like to snuggle with him, not that he's a cuddler, but I like to cuddle with him. Let's put that out there that way. And he has a shirt that is very similar to this, like his like a nice button-down shirt. And so every time I see this pattern, I think of that shirt and how it feels. It's so nice to snuggle up with. So when he lets me. So I knew I wanted for a guy's card to pull out that paper. And so I just took a chunk and actually I cut, this is 6 by 6, this particular stack. So I took a 2-inch strip off because I knew I wanted a 4-inch, and then I took the 4-inch and cut it in half so that I could make 2 cards out of 1 sheet of paper. So the measurement that I'm using for this card is 4 inches by 3 inches. And I like to let you guys know kind of how I did that to maximize your paper, because there's nothing more frustrating than wasting pretty paper that we love, because we just want to keep using more of it. Okay, so I've got this, and then I think I'm just going to do my stamping. So I might as well do some, let's see, some stamping. And I'm reading Lisa's question. Do you foresee the paper going on back order because of the sale? I just know it was before. That is a great question, and I'm going to pull this one out again. So this is the paper that oodles of you were ordering oodles of, and so I was shocked to see this particular grouping of paper on the sale, because I thought, man, that was a question that I had in my mind, Lisa, and I'm so glad you asked it on here. So I thought, is Stampin' Up! Going to be able to keep up with something that's already been on back order for some of you more than once? And so they're caught up now. But what I see is when I go to order, if something's on back order, they'll say like 638 packages on back order, 25,000 coming in. So I feel like they know what they're doing as far as ordering. And I think now with COVID, they are also really noticing people are ordering more because of COVID, because they want something to do. So when you're giving me orders and sending in orders, don't think like, oh my goodness, does she think like I'm ordering again? People are ordering more, and Stampin' Up! Has been ordering a lot more to keep up. I can't guarantee that there won't be back orders, but I really feel like they're trying their best to make sure that they keep up. Another thing that's different with this paper sale is usually the paper sale has been from papers that are only in the annual catalog, which I think has been to Stampin' Up's benefit because they can order oodles knowing that they have until the end of May or April, excuse me, to get rid of it if there's lots. But this sale has a lot of variety of ones that are both in the annual catalog and the holiday catalog. Personally, I love that we can get holiday catalog paper on sale versus just annual catalog, so that's exciting to me. So great question. Hopefully it wasn't too lengthy of a response, but that is my initial gut feeling on that, Lisa, as I've seen the numbers that they're kind of bringing in. So I'm just going to stamp the sentiment first, just to give that a little bit of time to dry, and I'm just gonna set that aside. Hi, Diane, thanks for joining in. And then I'm going to stamp next the guy, and often with this ink pad in the shape or size of the stamp, I'm just going to tip him over. And like I said, usually I stamp first and cut out, but he's a really easy one. He's rectangular in shape, kind of is about the same shape as my die, so that makes it really easy to stamp him out. And thanks for being interactive and asking those kinds of questions, just for the fact that a lot of you might have that same question or didn't think you had that same question until it's asked. I'm gonna see, yeah, I'm gonna try and get it just for the coloring part. I'm gonna see if I can get my camera just a tad bit closer. And what happens is I'm right-handed, so I'm going to cover up some of this as I color in. So I'm just gonna start with my Ivory blends. And Ivory is a great skin tone for some people, but it also is sold as a 2-pack. So Ivory is sold as a 2-pack. You know, there's light and dark. And because Ivory doesn't have its Ivory light and Ivory dark, you're getting the Ivory and you are getting bronze when you order the blends. So yep, that's my only skin sticking out there. So you'll get this one as well as this one, Ivory and bronze with your light and dark combo. So that's how that one comes. And then for the eyebrows, I'm just gonna give him some bushy bronze eyebrows. And this is where I was like, oh, you could do gray hair, you could do, you know, any color of hair that you wanted to for the occasions. You could even give a little bit of a sideburn here. I'm going to try and do that without making it look like there's ear hair, which some guys do have, I guess. Okay, and then since I have my bronze open, I am just going to go ahead and fill in his shoes. He's got some pretty dapper shoes on. And next I'm going to go with the light and dark Seaside Spray. And I'm gonna start with the dark Seaside Spray, and anything that looks like it needs like a little highlighting, like the buttons, his collar, and any creases, then I'm just gonna kind of go over that with my darker of the Seaside Spray. And then I'm just gonna kind of trace the outsides of his arms here and go over his wrist a little bit. There's not much. For that, when you kind of pull out the colors, you'll realize that it does color in pretty fast because there's not a lot of each color that has to be done. So I just kind of fill in with the light Seaside Spray. And for my color combination today to fill everything in, thought about Cinnamon Cider for the pants because that would make a nice khaki look. But then I realized that I wanted to go with matching up the papers. So I chose Seaside Spray, which is in that combo of the plaid that we're using today. And then the color that I'm using right now is that new In Color Misty Moonlight. And so that's kind of a fun look to do that. And the pants have the little check marks in them, the old-fashioned plaid look. So I'm just tracing that with my Misty Moonlight, and then I'm following through by coloring in with the light Misty Moonlight and just following that through. And then before you know it, we're already on to the vest. And I didn't know if the Cherry Cobbler, which I'm pulling, like I said, Soft Sea Spray, Misty Moonlight, Cherry Cobbler, I'm pulling all those in. I didn't know if that'd be too flashy, but I kind of thought it just looked like kind of the fun little cozy sweater. So I'm just gonna trace that sweater, fill in the buttons and the little flap there, the little flap here and the buttonholes, and then just kind of go over that really kind of pretty quick with the darker. And then I just need to fill in with the light cherry cobbler. And before you know it, he's going to be colored in. And it's just fun to see, like if you go on Pinterest, there's so many different ways that he has been colored in. So you could always check that out if you're not using this paper and want some kind of color inspiration. And then I'm going to bring back my Seaside spray. I've done all my coloring with the bullet tip, and this time I'm going to use the brush tip. And so give them a quick look there, and you'll see how just adding this little bit of Seaside spray to tie in with his shirt, that just completes the image right there. So it's always important to just put some kind of color there to kind of ground the image when you're using your blends or that type of watercolor look. So let me just kind of maybe bring that back up so that my hands don't hit the camera now that I go to the assembly part. And so for my sentiment, actually I'm gonna do some assembly first and do my sentiment last. I'm going to take a piece of Night of Navy, and what's kind of strange is that listed on my package, and this always helps me to pull out my package and go, okay, what are the colors listed? Night of Navy is not one of the colors listed. Actually, the Misty Moonlight that I've been using has been listed. And so I could have went with Misty Moonlight for this 2.5 by 4 inch piece to put on my card, but I just felt like the Night of Navy gave it a better pop against both the Seaside spray and a nice pop for this pattern paper too. So the Misty Moonlight is kind of that in-between color here in those plaids. So it's not that same, but I love how it came together. And it does coordinate well. So I thought, you know what, that's the color I'm going to go with. So sometimes I do stray a little bit from what I teach. Okay, so I'm just going to put that down and make sure it's not kitty wampus from that. So it's just has a little bit of an overlap lip there. And then for assembling him, I'm just gonna take some dimensionals and put about 1, 2, 3, 4 of those on him, like so. Hi, Patty. Thanks for joining in. Okay, so I've got those, and then I kind of just want to lay that there as an eyeball so I don't get him down or over too far. And so I'll put him on here like so. And I honestly was going to, for my card, just take a strip, a 1/2 inch strip, fit that on there and just cut and cut so that there was a nice rectangle. Because if it's a guy's card, they don't need anything too frilly that's going to make them look like, gosh, what are they trying to doll up for my card? And so I was just going to trim and trim. And I thought, no, this will be fun to just pull out the banner punch I've been using tons of. And this is in the holiday catalog, that Banner's Pick-a-Punch. And so I am, I think, going to trim off just a hair on each side. I always like to start out with a generous portion. Like I said, it's a 1/2 inch, so it just feeds in there really easy into that bottom tray. I'll just reverse it and trim. Okay, so as I decided to go from just a plain rectangle to this is not even how I had it planned. But it wasn't until I got my dimensionals on, and you guys probably saw it right away, right from the sample, but I was not thinking or seeing the big picture or going forward. I'm like, okay, should I put my sentiment, that sentiment in the front or the back? And this is where I laid it on here and I went, oh, now I see these ends match up with these ends of the dies. Like, it literally took me that long. And you would think that would have been like my main ulterior motive is to get these kind of to match up like that. It was just that I wanted a little bit of a decorative punch that would be kind of more angular for a guy. And that's just how that turned out. And then I'm not going to put any extra bling or anything on here, but on the inside, I am going to stamp out the happy birthday. And like I said, I'm always kind of like, should I put happy birthday on the front side and then the other sentiment on the front versus the middle and such. But so happy birthday is in the inside. And I didn't do any kind of whisper white on the inside just because the Seaside Spray is such a nice light blue. It's easy to see when you do your writing in there for who you're sending it to. And once again, if you're just joining in, is it hot in here or is it just the candles on your cake? So hope you enjoyed this card for Cheryl's party. So let me get this turned around. Whoops. Get this. Whoa. My, maybe. There we go. I think I jammed in my telescoping little thing there a lot. Okay, so that is card number 1 for Cheryl Bond's virtual party. And depending on the harvest schedule, I plan on being back here to do card number 2 and 3 on Thursday and Friday. I thought, oh, how fun that it is Wednesday and I can hopefully get all 3 cards in during the week. If that changes, I'll probably give you a little heads up, like maybe I'll be back Monday, but that is my goal, is that I can get Cheryl's 3 cards crafted. And then after that, I do have the hostess Pam Cranky, and she will be starting her virtual demonstrations in October, and then I'll go on with Stamp Camp unless I get bumped around a little bit with that because of some other virtual hostesses. So I hope you've enjoyed today. Let me know if you have any questions. I mentioned the paper sale, but that's not until October, and that is the whole month of October. But keep in mind today, I can't say how exciting that it is to have this 24-hour stamp sale. Like 59 stamp sets are 15% off. So that's exciting. If you have any questions about that too, let me know. I'm going to upload Cheryl's card with all the details of what I used to make it, with her host code and that. And just know that with any of the virtual hostesses, once you place your order online, your order ships immediately right to you and the hostess gets the credit. So it's very workable all around. And then you get the 3 cards from the virtual demonstration from me sent out to you as a thank you from both of us. So have a great day. See you tomorrow.